Malmö Fotbollförening, commonly known as Malmö FF or simply MFF, is one of Sweden's most prestigious and successful football clubs. Based in the city of Malmö in southern Sweden, the club has established itself as a dominant force in Swedish football, with a rich history, a dedicated fan base, and a reputation for developing talented players. Founded on February 24, 1910, Malmö FF has grown from a small local team into an internationally recognized club with numerous national and continental achievements. Early history and formation. Malmö FF was officially formed when a group of young men passionate about football decided to establish a club that would represent Malmö. In its early years, the club competed in regional competitions and gradually rose through the ranks of Swedish football. The 1930s marked the club's growing influence, and by the 1940s, Malmö FF began to make significant strides in the Allsvenskan, Sweden's top-tier league. Rise to prominence. The post-war period was a turning point for the club. Malmö FF began dominating Swedish football in the late 1940s and early 1950s, securing league titles and building a reputation for disciplined and attacking football. Under the leadership of key figures such as Erik Persson, the club invested in youth development, which would later become a hallmark of MFF's identity. During the 1970s, Malmö FF experienced one of the most successful periods in its history. Under coach Bob Houghton, the team adopted a modern and tactically advanced style of play, often described as disciplined, compact, and defensively solid. This approach led to not only domestic success but also international recognition. European achievements. Malmö FF's crowning moment on the international stage came in 1979, when the club reached the final of the European Cup, now UEFA Champions League. They faced Nottingham Forest in Munich but narrowly lost 1-0. Despite the defeat, this achievement remains one of the greatest milestones in Swedish football history, making Malmö FF the only Swedish club to have played in a European Cup final. The club also had several appearances in European competitions in the following decades, regularly challenging bigger teams from across the continent. In recent years, Malmö FF has re-established itself in Europe, qualifying for the group stages of the UEFA Champions League and the UEFA Europa League, often competing against some of the most prominent clubs in the world. Domestic dominance. Malmö FF is the most successful club in Swedish football history in terms of domestic titles. They have won more Allsvenskan championships than any other team, alongside multiple Svenska Cupen, Swedish Cup, victories. The club's ability to consistently perform at the top level is attributed to strong management, a productive youth academy, and the passionate support of their fans. The club has also shown resilience during challenging times. After being relegated to the second division in the late 1990s, Malmö FF quickly bounced back, returning to the top flight and reclaiming their status as champions. Since the early 2000s, they have been a dominant force, often finishing in the top positions and securing several league titles in the 2010s. Youth development and player exports. One of Malmö FF's defining features is its focus on nurturing young talent. The club's youth academy has produced many players who have gone on to achieve success internationally. Perhaps the most famous example is Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who started his professional career at Malmö FF before becoming one of the most celebrated strikers in modern football. In addition to Ibrahimovic, several other players developed at MFF have gone on to represent Sweden in international tournaments and play in top European leagues. The club's emphasis on technical skills, discipline, and teamwork has ensured a steady flow of promising footballers. Supporters and culture. Malmö FF enjoys a strong and loyal fan base. The supporters, often referred to as MFF support, create an intense and vibrant atmosphere during home games at Elita Stadion, the club's modern and well-equipped home ground. The stadium, inaugurated in 2009, can hold over 20,000 spectators and provides an excellent venue for both domestic and European matches. The club's colors, sky blue and white, are proudly displayed by fans at every game. The sense of community between the team and its supporters is a defining aspect of the club's culture, contributing to the strong identity that MFF has maintained over the decades. Modern era and future goals. In the 21st century, Malmö FF has continued to cement its place at the top of Swedish football. Regular participation in European competitions has increased the club's international profile, and domestic success remains a consistent target. The club's management has focused on financial stability, infrastructure improvement, and maintaining a strong player development program. Looking forward, Malmö FF aims to continue its tradition of success while competing regularly on the European stage. With a combination of experienced leadership, youthful energy, and a passionate fan base, the club is well positioned to maintain its dominance in Sweden and make further inroads internationally. Conclusion. Malmö FF is not just a football club, it is a symbol of pride for the city of Malmö and for Swedish football as a whole. With over a century of history, countless domestic honors, a memorable European final appearance, and a legacy of developing world-class talent, the club remains a cornerstone of the sport in Scandinavia. Whether battling for league titles or facing European giants, Malmö FF's commitment to excellence continues to inspire its supporters and uphold its place in football history.